Hello again, it's Priscilla Patzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the gallery room in the front of my house. And I have just made a video for Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Patzell's channel on YouTube, and now I know enough to try and get my camera a little more level, and I hope I'm not driving you guys crazy. So those are my two books, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, and they are available on the Linktree link, on the Amazon link, under Show More, and I am going to share with you as many paintings as I can possibly share with you, and you will have to let me know if you're interested in making a purchase, what time you saw them. And I'm going to go, like I said, as fast as I can, and if you see something that you like, I'm going to try and show you that there's a little bit of gloss and a little bit of shimmer, and I love this. I might like to keep that. I might like to have anything with that printed on it, actually. This is a dustpan pour. I love these. They're simple. They're not too difficult. And if you haven't tried one, I recommend it. This is something I haven't decided whether I'm going to continue on doing more to or not. I'm sorry about that shadow over here and everything. Maybe I can go to one side. So this may get another treatment. It may not. I might put a sun in the sky or some trees or something. This is a video that hasn't aired yet, and it has lots of great shimmer in there. I've got more than 70 paintings to go through, I think pretty close to 80. So I'm going to that's a recent video. I'm going to put a stack down. These are 8x10s, and I'm going to check every once in a while. And I'm going to try and read my crib sheet too. Let's zoom in on that. Alright, so I'll just stand up here and talk quietly. That's a dustpan pour or a shovel pour. This is one of my favorite paintings of all time, and I'm not the only one. This was an end of the day leftover paints. That purple flash color shift is just awesome. And there's the Venetian blue from Masterminds 2. Excuse me, Modern Masters. This one didn't show very well in the last video, but this is wonderful and dramatic. I'm going to try and leave them in the stack. Yeah, that's a keyhole swipe. I love these. That's got color shifting turquoise in from Folk Art, and probably the purple as well. This one has has less color shifting, but more copper. And this is definitely overflowing with color shifts. Gold, copper, turquoise, as well as this one. I love this one. Composition. There's just great stuff going on. Sometimes when you just have quantities of leftover mixed up paints, if you just drop them into an area, a new area. This one has got a lot of subtlety here. It's just got wonderful drama. Hopefully my head isn't in there. I love this one too. It's going to take me a second to get those out of here. Ah! Okay, crash. So these are 12x12s, and that's a dustpan pour. Let me grab that painting that dropped. And I will zoom out for you guys so you can see better. Oh, you can still see. That's excellent. All right, I got to remember the shadows at the back here. And that's kind of subtle. That's not really as obnoxious as some. These are my deco. These are definitely featured. The first couple, I think that might be the first painting on Phoenix Rising Priscilla Patzell Art. That one's also on my channel here. That's the jewels. That's like 30 ring pours that was. I love this. I do. I love this. I think there were leftover paints in there too. That was today's video on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Patzell. And it has a lot of colors buried in there. This is a video you may not have seen yet. It'll be coming soon. I think I added the sun afterwards. I may have made some small adjustments. I often do. So I want to remind you guys, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. This is a shovel pour and gallery wrap canvas. Keep an eye on the time if you're interested in making a purchase. I love my keyhole swipes. I really, really do. I want to do more of them. There's another one that's absolutely wonderful in my opinion. Maybe you didn't get a chance to look at that long enough. You should be allowed to look at that longer. And that will give me a moment. to move some stuff too. All right, so that's perfect. Let's see what I've got over here. I hope it's not too confusing to have things stacked up like that. They're different sizes. I believe that is a 9 by 12. Yes, it is. And hopefully, yeah, you can see. Cool. I love this little method. I can't remember if I just used one of those little tools I made up. This is a redo. Let's get those other things out of the way. This is a redo. This is in my swipe family of swipes. I suspect that this is an inversion pour and it's the next size up. I price by the square inch. Should you want to get in touch with me, my email address is directly below the Linktree link with all the others. I love this. This was a redo. I love the texture of it. I love the cells in it. I love everything about that. This was a recent video on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Batzell. I think this was, this might be today's video. Not that it'll be today anymore when you see this, but. So this is a bizarre video and really cool painting with tons of shimmer and dimension. And it looks really strange, and it was a really, really strange process. Let me get these other ones out of the way, but I love it. Sometimes strange is just the ticket. All right, so I think we're going to move along to a stack. So what should I tell you guys? The books are on the Amazon link. I said that already. Ask for a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. And if you share my videos, I really appreciate it. Let's zoom out. That in position as best we can. Yeah. This is a jungle theme painting, and I think that's going to get flowers unless somebody wants it the way it is. And it's pretty cool the way it is. These were 3 shovel pours across, lined with some gold, and sometimes simple is just the ticket. This is, I believe, I could be wrong, don't quote me on this, could be an inversion pour. It might just be with black enamel, which often makes these huge cells. I just love them. Gorgeous keyhole swipe. Love those. My favorites. This might be from last month's exhibition video too, but if it was, that's okay because it's gorgeous, and I hope whatever. If somebody ever gets a hold of this and they get to show it off, I think they'll be pleased, and everybody else ought to be a little pleased too. This is a keyhole swipe on a gallery wrap canvas. This is one of my all-time favorites with a number 10 chain. It had half black, half white background, and then the colors came into it. I believe that this was ring pour, inversion pour, and finished with, looks like a basting brush and or chain. But you'll see the video. If you haven't seen the video already, you'll see the video. Keyhole swipe on a pre-primed turquoise green canvas. Sort of green screen color at this moment, but it's a little unlevel, but I love it anyway. This is a painting I did yesterday and then posted the video yesterday called Starry Night Skies, and I'm taking a little chance on stacking them right now because they're probably still a little damp. But my paint pouring recipe is under most all of my other videos, and the Floetrol levels the paint. The GAC 800 keeps it from cracking, and the air conditioner in my drying room dries things overnight. This may get a moon. I think I mentioned it in the other exhibition video that's on the other channel on the end screens, where you can also find my website on my end screens. I'm just going to keep moving. Hopefully, I don't have too much of a shadow being cast, and I should check and make sure that I'm staying in frame. Sorry about my head. Well, that's all right. I'd like it if we could actually show this in the vertical way. I guess we can. Let me move some of these out of the way. So I can make a new stack. This was a great video. This has got some shimmer. It had some purple neon from folk art. And it does dry darker, so you can see that. This is a new favorite shovel pour with spiky dips and all kinds of fun. I recommend playing with shovels. You can get them at the dollar store when summer comes. This was my double process, and I filled in with his black and white zebra areas, and I think that one was in last month's video, but it's also awesome. This is one of my new favorites. This is a combination ghost swipe, and it's really not a keyhole swipe, so I can't call it that. But it's got, oh boy, is it intense, and it's got real dimension and depth. Looks like you can reach right in there. This is a video you'll see where the top came off the bottle of black and filled in. So I went from a triple inversion pour to whatever this is, which is not something that's ever going to happen on purpose again, I gotta say. But I like the result anyway. I can't believe I saved it, honestly. This is crazy. I don't know if I had a title for this, but I want to compare it to Bartok or heavy metal or something. It's flamboyant, to say the least. It's definitely busy and full of rainbows, and it's very cool. Lots of people like that. Here's another one that's similar to the other one. I like the other one better, but I like this one just the same too. So there's some great color shifts in there. They really aren't like overpoweringly obnoxious, which is kind of, I like that. Duh. I'm not sure if this went in last month's exhibition or not, but it's worth seeing again because it's gorgeous anyway. I know that this is from a video yesterday or today, which won't be relevant when you see this, but still. And there's another one underneath it, obviously. And I'm hoping that shadow isn't casting a horrible light. And these paintings, a lot of these paintings are really fresh, so that's another keyhole swipe. This is something that I finished with chain. It really needed to be finished with chain because it was being a little bit troublesome. The video's probably coming. I don't think it's shown yet. This is a double process. I love my double processes. So even if you have a painting you don't like the first day, once it's somewhat dry, go back again, especially if you use GAC 800, because there's no cracking in there anywhere. And this is a keeper. If I saw this in a gallery, I think I'd want to buy it. Not that I can afford it, but maybe you can. This is Abstract Expressionist, and I'm not sure. I painted this in all 4 directions. So, I'm not sure which way is up. Let's see. I've got it this way up. But I think it should go... I had it one of these horizontal ways too. So I love that. Really love that. Here's my Easter eggs, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm going to throw you guys a few more, and then we'll be done, I think, unless I hid some on myself. I'm not seeing any. Oh yeah, no, I got a stack of 7 paintings that are going to be the prizes, or next month's drawing winner can choose a prize. And if you want to enter my contest, just follow the instructions if you've already known about them, or ask me via email what they are. And I want to say thank you guys to all the people who've donated to help keep me painting. This is 4 processes. This is started with a swipe, there's ribbon pours, there's dribbles, and there's tilting, at least. I don't think there's any basting brush in there, but I love that painting. This is a ghost swipe and a keyhole swipe in one. That's a double process. It went from one kind of ghost swipe to a completely different overlay of another ghost swipe, which I considered doing to this, and I may still consider doing it. But sometimes simpler is good too. So here are the choices for whoever's name is drawn in the 4th week of May next month. Anybody who decides to help support the studio. I love that. I like a lot of these. I like this too. There are some shimmer. There is some shimmer in them, but not as much as I use normally lately. And these will also be for sale after the 4th week in May, should you happen to find one of these that floats your boat and somebody doesn't pick it as a winner. I'm going to try and get these out of the way for a second and share with you. Whoops, that wasn't good. Sorry about that. I've got dried paint everywhere. Go figure, huh? Let's see if I can get that all the way in frame and the camera back where it's supposed to be. So this has got lots of shimmer. This is my beach scene. Hopefully you can see all of that. I think you can. And last but not least, I have my 14 by 14s. This actually went a little smoother than I was expecting it to. This is a recent landscape you haven't seen yet that I'm not sure if I finished or not. There may be something else that goes in the sky, like another streak of pink or a sun. This is a multi-process. This is a video that just aired recently. I'm not sure which channel either. You're going to have to look around. You can always ask me which channel to find a video on if you can't figure it out. This might be one of my all-time favorite paintings. It's a multi-step process with the swiping in the background with the Anita's white metallic. And then different leftover paints and new paints and squeeze bottle paints, and it looks like enamels because they sell. This was a double process video. Day 1 was completely different than day 2. This was today's video on Phoenix Rising, Priscilla Batzell art. This is crazy. I was just trying to go for lots of different areas, and it just makes me feel like it's cartoony for some reason. Another beautiful keyhole swipe. And I think of that one as candles. Okay, so all the links are in the link tree. Make sure you notice the time of the art if you have an interest in making a purchase. I've got 2 minutes left. This Harlequin pattern is full of metallics, and it had some partial fixture of the in-between squares. Probably going to go in there with a paintbrush and take about an hour and a half to fill all of those. This is a video that's probably upcoming. I'm not sure which channel it's on. I wish I could tell you that. But it was me practicing my swipe methods and then using a basting brush, obviously. This was a repair job that a fingerprint went into, and then I used the Reynolds silicone coated freezer paper, and after it was very sticky, I ripped around the outside of a big bandage and I just pressed that in. And 24 hours later, or a little bit more, it'd be better if you waited a couple days, I got that. And I think that I'm okay with that as opposed to tossing the painting. This is my new favorite, my number 10 ball chain favorite, and that's a video coming right up. This is with acetate, and I love how this dried because the background that I put on initially, that I stuck the tiles down to, that are made of acetate, that are edge catcher leftovers, they just have enough shimmer left to them to make it really, really cool. And this is, last but not least, a dustpan pour. So if you guys watch my videos longer, it helps me out. I would appreciate your thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. When you leave me comments, it really helps me too, and you cheer me up endlessly. All the donations are so appreciated. You can find PayPal or Patreon on the link tree and also on my channel header on YouTube. Teespring clothing is below the video on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation. You can see the clothing, pictures of the clothing, or you can find it and go there from the link tree. Make sure to note the time of the artworks if you have an interest in something. If you have a question, just ask me. I'm happy to get back to you. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the front room. And I will give classes again when the current situation is at an end and we're no longer under any sort of constraints via social distancing. So you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I love you dearly, and check out over 1,310 videos on Expressionist Art Studio Priscilla Batzell, organized in genres and topics and by playlists with 100 each in them. Watch the commercials if you can. I know sometimes it's weird, like I don't know why they would put an hour commercial in a 20-minute video. It's beyond me. It's not something I planned. So I understand if you can't. But everything you do shopping-wise helps me out. And if you go to Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes and More, it'll take you to Fine Art America and Pixel.com. All of them you can find under the link tree. And Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students on Facebook. So join us there, and I will see you guys anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.